Okay, so we're just doing a trade breakdown of today's win that I took in London. And yeah, it was a pretty nice Model 4 here. Um, yeah, super simple. Um, but yeah, let's go right into it. So let me just go to that origin here. So as you can see, we have this trend here. We have this nice range. Also, this is not valid anymore. Oops, um, from this low here, as you can see, this is invalid. Um, we might get a pullback, which we already might have. So yeah, we looks like we're getting a Model 5 maybe pull back to that low here, and then eventually maybe push higher, maybe. This is a little bit of tricky market structure here to read, but we don't even care about this. We just care about we don't even care about this one. We just care about this trend overall. So as you can see here, um, yeah, we are trading kind of against the trend. So it would be like a Model 9. However, it depends on how steep the trend is, right? If the trend is like here, this is a bearish trend, right? But there's a difference to it, comparison to this trend, right? So the more steep it is, the more uncomfortable I am trading against it. But in this case, that is no problem at all. Then what we had was pretty simple, reacted to this lower limit, break. Now with a very nice um, push up, not a big trend here. So that's a nice one. Always better if you have small trends to break. Then what we have here is we're here at the 50%, right? Um, we're making around the top here. Then we push up once more. Sorry, there's so many things on the chart here. Delete most of it now, but yeah, it is already. No, I'm gonna leave it. Doesn't matter. So now what we'll be cautious of is this trend overall. I did not enter here because we still did not break this overall trend here. As you can see, we are reacting to it. Now what we do is we break that. Let's just check here. Something like this. We had the same sweep, similar sweep. Pull back. Then we had a nice. Where did I enter? I don't know where I entered. Somewhere here maybe. I don't really know. Stop loss there, and then yeah, TP down there. The 45. Now what we had was we had a pretty nasty pullback, which almost got us stopped here, which is essentially a Model 5. Um, yeah, and I might have to refine my entry because of that, right? I mean, we have a pretty crazy pullback here, as you can see. We break this overall trend, and then we have a pullback. So yeah, we might have to analyze this a little bit further. Um, like I don't really know. I did not expect that at all. Not at all. Um, but yeah, so I thought at this point when we pushed very aggressively here, I thought, you know what, this is gonna be it. We're just gonna push right through it. But then yeah, we had that pullback into the 786, and then eventually we pushed down. Then after this, after we made that lower low, this is our new trend. And then, okay, that's wrong. I don't know why it does it so weirdly, but anyway, so I put my stop loss about here, so about at the upper limit of that trend, and we hit that, and then we pushed right up into it. So this is very helpful to know where you put your TP at. If I had put it at the 50% and not at 45, that would have been not good. Now, because this is a Model 4, a Model 5 probably will follow, right? So I was thinking about taking that. However, this was not looking market structure. I don't know, I did not have a good feeling, and I already took a winning trade, and I didn't want to concern myself with more stress. But yeah, after that break, you could have taken something like this, but did not go to that high, I believe. This is probably a bad RR too, so maybe a trade would have looked like this. Max a 1 RR trade. Then we're pushing up a little bit, but then it failed to go to that high. So wouldn't have been a good Model 5 anyways. But yeah, that was it for this. Yeah, let me just check where I entered. Yeah, I entered about here. About here. And yeah, so we broke that. Let me just check, because so we know um, what happened here. So this is essentially, as I told you, a Model 5, and it pulled way further than I expected it. So max 60s is what I would expect. 70s is occurring not that often, but it can happen obviously. Um, because as you can see here, this even the 50s would have been possible. 60s I thought probably would have been the most probable one at this point. Um, but yeah, normally in the Model 5s it doesn't go to that high, so if that happens sometimes, I'm not too concerned about if I know that it will go down afterwards. However, it could be that it sweeps me out, right? This is a real concern. Um, but I only had this happening when let me just draw that up here. So we have this overall trend, right? Then we break this. Okay. Then we have something like this. And then normally we'll pull back in at 45s and then we push down. Okay, this is a Model 5. Now, when does it go to the high up here? Normally what I've seen happening is when we have a really big trend, right? And normally in a Model 5, we break this previous trend. We have to break it. Sometimes it also doesn't occur. Obviously, this is not a rule that happens 100% of the time, but when it happens, usually breaks this trend, then it pulls back into the 50s or 45. Now, let me say, let's say, let me just put that back here. Let's say we were here, right? This is our low, and we put that up here. Um, Wait, I just fucked up something because I never showed that, like really. But I'm gonna tell you I have to do that by myself. But um, we have just a big trend, and when we want to pull back, no, no, I know it. Yeah, the 45 is inside of this previous trend, and the trend here, which has to be broken previously, is pretty big. Um, or the retracement is already in this previous trend, right? So if you break it, the only option is to go to that high. So these are like the options. Um, Normally the last option is the most often, I think. So here, nothing of that happened. That's why it did not go to that high, right? But in case it did happen, I would have gotten stopped out, then I would have known what reason um, what reason has caused this loss. But yeah, too much yapping here again. Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. I think we might get a nice trade on NQ, nice model 3. So this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. We take that to the 45 year again. Already marked that out, but we will see how that works out.